Do you all know what alchemy is? I want to explain this, and I really hope that people listen, because this stuff is fascinating and super real. I mean, they do it to us. How do you transmute the mind? What does transmute mean? That means how to take a mind that has a belief system, that thinks about a certain thing and believes a certain thing. That's a belief system. If you believe in God, if you believe in science and just like evolution, or if you believe that your dog created the world, that's a belief system. How do you transmuting something is taking that belief system and installing a different belief system in another person. So literally taking their mind and making it into a different mind, a different way of thinking. How do we do this? How is this possible? Is it possible? Well, it is possible, and they've done this before. They do this by using something which is called alchemy. All right, I'm sure a lot of people have heard of alchemy, because like this, the magnum opus and turning lead into gold, that whole story, and there's tons of stories tied to the magnum opus and turning lead into gold and all of that fun stuff. But really what alchemy is about is, when you learn more and more about it, it's about becoming more enlightened and in tune with Earth and Mother Nature and God, the Creator. It's more about tuning in. You really learn how to hone in and hone your vibration. You have a deeper understanding and a deeper relationship, and just a deeper sense of knowing if you use it properly. If you don't use it properly, you can completely brainwash people. Now, how does it work? Well, it works by using the main three elements that are involved in alchemy, which is mercury, which is your spirit, sulfur, which is the soul, and salt, which is the body. If you can combine these three elements with these three ideas, then you are able to actually transmute somebody's mind. It's almost like magic or hypnosis. Now, how did they do this? Well, for one thing, mercury. Mercury is important. That is the very first, we'll call it an ingredient that you need to add to this mixture, right? And how do they do it? They do it both through the planet, they do it both through the word, they do it both through the chemical. That you gotta remember, there are certain chemicals in, and I mean, look this up. It's not even a conspiracy. It just is what it is. So there's your actual physical element that you're given. And now we have NASA's first mission. I believe it was their first mission. It was Mercury. Look this, you can Google this. Look up NASA's first missions, and Mercury is going to be the first one. That is the foundation. Now, the foundation of, when we're talking about nuclear weapons and everything, one of the names that really should come to mind is Maria Curie. Maria Curie, she discovered like radioactivity and radon and all of this stuff, which without that discovery, we would not have nuclear weapons and the nuclear capability. Think about that name, Maria Curie. Mercury, Maria Curie, Mercury. Her name is encoding mercury in the name itself. I mean, it doesn't get much more obvious than that either. Not only that, if you look up Maria Curie's birth date on Wikipedia or whatever, and you do the basic Pythagorean numerology on that, you get a 4. What does a 4 mean? Well, in ancient old numerology, a 4 means the foundation. So they're laying a foundation and paving the way for you to believe some nonsense. When you are transmuting a mind, casting a spell, hypnotizing somebody, you have to create foundations to build the rest of it on. And I mean, her birthday is like, it's all there, and this stuff is real. This whole narrative that we're given, if you look at it like an onion, you can just start peeling off the pieces. And I'm telling you right now, when you start looking at it through a different lens, it gets so blatantly obvious what is going on. In order to understand that, you have to know some basic things about alchemy, some basic things about frequency and vibration and how all that works. You also have to understand that they have been training us. We have been put in a training camp since what, 4 or 5 years old? And everything is force fed, you know, it's all force fed. And when you start to take a look at it from another angle and start to learn how to do some basic things, start to understand that perception becomes reality. It's the first step of mentalism, and it's very important, and it's very true. I love you all, and this is for entertainment only, obviously.